Welcome to Elite Bastion of Power. I have done videos for every other quest in Amaranth, but I didn't do this one because usually I'm doing Druid, and on my Druids I have terrible portal DPS, so it just takes way too long, so I didn't want to do a video of me taking forever to beat down portals. But I should have no problem beating them down on the Warlock. This is my first video doing Warlock in epic levels. It's not epic quest. I'm still working on 19s Elite, so those are 21 on Elite. But I am level 21. And right now I'm doing the Divine Crusader tree. Now this tune was pretty much, like I've said before, parked, only raided with her, and she'd been parked since before Divine Crusader came out, so I didn't have any levels of Divine Crusader. So I thought I'd start off with this Destiny. This is probably not going to be my permanent Destiny, but since I needed levels in it, it seemed like a good place to start. Now, first thing I want to emphasize, and other people have talked about this before, I've seen discussion on the forums, but Imperium Magic is just a perfect ability on the Enlightened Spirit. If you're not familiar with it, it puts these stacks of Imperium Fervor every time you hit with a fire, light, or healing spell, or whenever you cast one. And each stack of Imperium Fervor, you get +2 Sacred bonus to universal spell power and +1% Sacred bonus to critical chance with all spells. And that lasts 10 seconds, and it stacks up to 10 times. Well, you're doing so much light damage with the bursts, and the aura is taking light damage every 2 seconds. So basically, Imperium Magic on Enlightened Spirit aura build is going to be maxed out all the time. So that's more or less an all-on 20% universal spell power and 10% critical chance. It is absolutely huge, and really is just a must for twists for your Enlightened Spirit aura build. I also picked up Interrogation, +5% universal spell power, +1% critical chance, spell critical chance, and a couple points of charisma. Picked up Consecration, do a little bit extra AoE DPS. Not a whole lot of need for that right now, but what the hell. And for my regular enhancements, I'm not sure this is where it's going to be. I still had the option of spending 6 more points here to get Greater Heroism in my spell book, but it's going to be spending some points, where I don't really want. But if I do decide to go with Unyielding Sentinels, my permanent Destiny, I think I can get away with not having brutal spellcasting, and I can get away with not having this little bit of extra heal amp, and then that's the 5 points I need. I could probably take a point off Intimidate to spend over here to get Greater Heroism. We'll see. I also picked up... Ooh, I don't have any ship buffs. They must have run out. That's okay. I also picked up Improved Shield Mastery at level 21. Guess I don't need Greater Heroism here in Amaranth because of the environmental effect. So if you're not familiar with this quest, it's another mazy quest out here in Amaranth. And on this first level, we're looking for a couple of levers. Bunch of portals that spawn down here. Trash will continue to spawn out of them. Oh, I didn't talk about my gear. Let's do that real quick. So there have been some gearing changes. I've got Conjuration Focus 2 and Perform 13 on my goggles. Perform affects Sonic spell power, and as a Fey Pact, I'm doing Sonic damage. Conjuration bonus effects your Everard's Black Tentacles and your Trap the Soul. The blue Dragon Plate's the same. Got Epic Braces of Wind now, so I've got all on Blurry, always on Blurry, and then I got some dodge bonus there and some other goodies. Also, just it's worth mentioning, so if you're looking at this, you don't get confused. This is slotted up with Greater False Life and Exceptional Charisma. Now, this is actually an old school version, because like I said, this tune's been parked forever. Now, a couple years ago, before they upgraded the slot system, Greater False Life was something you put in a yellow slot. Now it is a blue slot, so this has a colorless and a yellow slot. That's why it has Greater False Life, because it's an old augment. It still functions, and I'm just going to keep it that way for now. Lorenthar's Ring, I think that's the same as last video, as well as the Delving Boots. Purple Dragon Gauntlets, these are really awesome. This just comes from the PDK Trader in Evening Star, Strength 7, Insightful Con 2, Healing Amp 60. Really nice item for level 20. I got the Epic Ring of the Buccaneer. I've got Sapphire Defense 10 in there. That's got Good Luck 2, Dexterity 7. I'm not benefiting from the Protection 5 because I have that through Green Steel and Swim in Underwater Action. The Min 2 belt's the same. Here I've got Con 6 and Intimidate 13 on the cloak. I've got this fully upgraded to Tier 3 Epic Blasting Chime. So I've got a couple slots there. And I put the Master's Gift and Sapphire Spell Agility 15. So that reduces arcane spell failure. So right now I'm living with a 9% arcane spell failure, and that's probably what I'm going to have to live with for as long as I want to be a heavy armor wearing build. That's on a regular arcane, that would be a big problem to have 9% spell failure. On a warlock, for me anyways, it's totally manageable because that's not affecting your bursts or your aura or your other abilities like Shining Through. On the necklace, Charisma 6, Kinetic Lure 15%, and the same Concordant Opposition helmet. For the shield, I picked up Light and Darkness. This is and this is upgraded. This comes from Mindsunder and upgraded in the Dreaming Dark quest. It's got superior stability. I am neutral. It's got +6 deflection bonus to AC, so that's only +1 more than my Green Steel. +6 resistance bonus to save, so it's nice to have resistance there. And DR5/Epic and DR3/Everything. It has 5% arcane spell failure, so if I was using Fanion still instead of this, then I'd be down to 4% arcane spell failure overall. But I really like this shield, and I'm not really worried about the arcane spell failure. And I'm still using the Death's Touch. This, I probably should be using something better, but I'm just going to keep using this for now. So there isn't any particular path that's the best here. The instance change, the path through the levels changes, so I usually just pick a wall and follow it. In this case, I'm going to be following the left wall. Now the exit to the next level is always in the same location, but the path to get to it is going to change. So you can see my Imperium Magic is stacked up at 10, and it's probably going to stay that way through basically the entire quest. And that will definitely be one of my permanent twists. Now right now I do have Fey Form twisted in, that gives me DR7, so the DR from the shield's not really doing anything, but that does give me the option to change out Fey Form. Although it also gives me 15 universal spell power, so just going to keep it for now. One of the other things that I changed about the enhancements is I took out the shield enhancement. Oh, here's the first switch. And I just picked up the shield spell. I wanted to get the extra enhancement points and spend them elsewhere. And since I can cast the shield spell, you know, that's easy enough to do. And I just got rid of Charm Person. Since I don't have Heighten, and I have access to higher level charm spells, Charm Person certainly isn't going to do anything for me. What other spells did I pick up? So I have Mass Charm Monster, obviously better than Charm Person. Nothing else really worth talking about. That's a packed spell, and so is the Dancing Ball. And this is the exit for this level, but I still need one more lever before I can go through there. Hey, here's the other one. Perfect. I think this gate will open back up. There we go. Some of the gates in here are timed. It's meant to trap you in, but I took my time getting up here. So now we're just looking for the exit to the level, which is right over here. .55 armor class, not very good. PRR 124, MR 94, it's decent. Thought this would open. Guess this isn't the way. It has to be because it's through that door. Must have been a gate that is going to come back up. Guess I just missed something. Portals don't need to be destroyed, but I just want to help keep the dungeon alert down. And here's our exit to the next level. And for this part, there aren't any special objectives, just trying to find your way to the next zone. Hey, here's the exit to the next level. There she is. There's the boss there. Or Sandes, I think is her name. This is just a short level here. There's a couple of levers that we gotta pull to open the way to the final fight. Really work right in here. I talked about brutal spellcasting a little bit in the Gingerlock series, and that's the stance that lets you do 75% more hate with your spells. And I really like that you could that's a toggle, because like I said before, there's gonna be some times when you don't want to grab aggro, you know, that you don't want to pull aggro off the tank or something. So it's really nice that you can turn that off. Oh, Arisandes is this guy. Not sure what the Meritless name is. Negative levels. My death ward ran out. There we go. So when you get tossed up, if you're not aware, you can try to get up on these ledges up here, and there's 3 ledges, and there are levers on those ledges. See if I can get up there. Nope. Or buttons or something. And anyways, in any event, if you do all 3, you can get an extra chest, but that chest doesn't drop anything special. I've actually never been able to do it. I've never gotten more than 2 personally. But I've been in groups that have done it, and like I said, nothing special. What is her name? Karate. That's a funny name. Well, the AC and PRR is holding up just fine against these mobs. I can't wait to see how it holds up in epics. I can't wait to give Unyielding Sentinel a try. But I'm probably going to take Divine Crusader to the max before I do that. And that is Bastion of Power. Did I beat Catterley? Nope. Because I was yakking. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have questions about the build that I'm doing, you can respond in the Warlock forums. And if you happen to be on Saralona, you are welcome to send me a tell.